Okay, so here we have my little seedlings growing. So this is my seedling rack with all the setup there. I can't even remember what type of seedlings I have growing here. Here I am digging a hole. Plant. I think that's oh yeah, that is a pepper plant. So I do not dig this fast. This is sped up. But yeah, I'm just planting some of my pepper seedlings in my garden. This was obviously a couple weeks ago. Here I am, I'm putting some potting, this is potting mix for seedling starting from Miracle Grow. And basically what I do is I sort of layer in the water so that the soil is nice and moist for when I go to plant my seedlings. And here we have, I'm just filling up those, well, I'm organizing the, I don't know, little containers. And by the way, these are totally reusable. I use them year after year. These are some of my favorite containers because it's like the perfect size seedling, not too big, and you're able to fit like what 6 per. So you know, right there we have what 20. That's like 30 seedling plants right there. So I'm just making sure I'm putting them in each little compartment, and yeah, I'm trying not to pack it down too hard. You know, you want to pack it down. Please excuse the mess, by the way. You want to pack it down to the point where you can sort of, you know, that the roots are going to be able to get through to the bottom, because that's what I usually do. I usually put some water in the tray and it absorbs up to the seedling. So here I am, I'm planting some seeds. I think those are what is it? Celery seeds, I'm not too sure. And yeah, one by one planting it, just put a little tiny bit of soil over top. As you can see, I have the pipe cleaners, colored pipe cleaners, and that's how I sort of differentiate what container is which and what seeds are in which container, because I've done signs before, like little signs, and they just get washed away when I spray the plants. These are like pumpkin seeds, I think, and these containers are a lot bigger. I'm watching Jason Genova there, so I'm just planting those. Yeah, putting the soil on top type deal. And yeah, that's a good trick though, is you buy all these trays, get like a big package of these trays, these aluminum foil type trays, and you can reuse them. Usually I'll have a little layer of water underneath, and the roots will sort of come up, get the water to come up through the roots so that the plant always has moisture. I don't know where my gloves went, so I just used some random plastic thing. There I am packing it down. I like to use like a little pencil there to put the holes in for the seeds. And yeah, there I am. Please excuse the mess. Again, these are all reused trays. And there's big Brad Wolf there, lifting heavy. So yeah, again with the pipe cleaners, like what I'll do is I'll put different colored pipe cleaners and, you know, different patterns. So like one tray will have maybe a blue pipe cleaner and a green pipe cleaner, and I'll put in my notes, okay, that's the cucumber plants or whatever. Or maybe I'll mix the 2 pipe cleaners together in like a spiral, and I'll put in my notes, you know, blue and green spiral pipe cleaner is the pumpkin plants or whatever. So as you can see, I have all different type of trays, and that's my racking setup. So I got that racking at the store for I think less than $200, and it has wheels on it, so you can get behind it pretty easily. And yeah, and I bought those lights on Amazon. That plant's a little too big for there. I bought these seeds online, and I think it was last year I bought them, and I'm still using them. So I forget what kind of seeds these are, but yeah, as you can see, the soil is like a little moist. So instead of having completely dry soil and then spraying it later, yeah, I sort of mix in the water. So here I am. I'm taking all these plants outside. So when they're ready to be planted, you want to sort of acclimatize them. So it's a real pain in the butt if you have a lot of them, but you want to take them, put them outside for a couple hours. Here I sort of let them sit outside pretty much the whole day, and it's nighttime, so I'm just one by one, I'm bringing them all in, just like that. As you can see, I have a lot. It takes a while. It's sort of annoying, but it's pretty important. You know, you wanna acclimatize them for, you know, at least a couple days before you end up planting them. Otherwise, they usually, in my experience, they just die off. So as you can see, these seedlings are pretty like stringy. They're pretty lanky. But what I like to do in that case is, like, as you can see, I plant some of the stem. So, and I think roots just grow out of the stem. But anyways, that way they don't like fall over or anything like that. And so these are tomato plants, I believe. And yeah, I just planted them one by one. It's been a couple weeks since I planted those, so those tomato plants are doing pretty good. So all these plants, every single one of these, they all worked out. I think I put them outside for like 3 or 4 days before I planted them for a couple hours, increasing. So like the first day I'll put them outside for maybe 3-4 hours, and then the next day maybe, you know, 6-8 hours, etc. And then the final day maybe I'll put them outside like 10 hours. And yeah, this is a perfect kind of day. It's sort of like overcast outside, so you don't want to like really put them outside or transplant them when it's super sunny. You want to make sure there's, you know, they have a little bit of a buffer from that strong sun. Yeah, these are plants I got from Seedling Saturday. So all different type of pepper plants, a lot of variants. A lot of these ended up dying off. I guess, you know, maybe they're not ready for sort of the Canadian climate, or they're not made for the Canadian climate. And yeah, I'm planting them in my like half-ass little it's basically just 2x4s. I built a box with 2x4s and put some soil in it. So definitely not. Oh, and here we go. These are early California peppers. This is those seeds you can buy at like the dollar store. But those seem to work. I'm not one of these people who's gonna like kill, like if I plant like 3 seeds per seedling and then like all 3 of them grow, I just plant it like that. I don't have the heart to kill off these seedlings. Here I am watering. So as you can tell, all, like, I mean, those are the pepper plants, and then, like, I mean, these weeds really took over. But this is before I put all my leaves. So I saved my leaves from last year, and I sort of used that as mulch. But as you can see, they grew pretty well. That's how I spaced them. And yeah, stay tuned, because I'm going to show you guys what kind of yield I get out of them and how they've grown over the last couple weeks. So I love using the shower with my hose there. It's my favorite setting. This is sort of out of the frame, but yeah, no, looking pretty good, but not really. I don't know, nothing's growing in those little boxes. But anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Stay tuned to see what happens.